When most people think about retirement planning, they focus on one question. Will I have enough money? That's an important question. People spend decades contributing to retirement accounts, investing for growth, and working towards financial independence. But there's another question that's just as important and often overlooked. Once you've built your retirement savings, how are you actually going to use them? At some point, retirement planning stops being about accumulating wealth and starts becoming about turning that wealth into income. The paycheck you've relied on for years disappears and your portfolio becomes responsible for funding your lifestyle. And that's why distribution planning is such an important part of retirement. I often compare retirement to climbing a mountain. Most people, they spend years on the climb, but reaching the summit is only half the journey. You still need to plan for getting back down safely. And retirement works the same way. Building your portfolio is essential, but knowing how to draw income from it efficiently can be just as important. One reason distribution planning matters is something called sequence of returns risk. Imagine two retirees who each start with $1 million portfolio and earn the same average return over a 20-year period. You'd expect similar outcomes, but that's not always what happens. If one retiree experiences strong returns early in retirement, while the other encounters a significant market decline, their results can look very differently. Why? Because retirees taking withdrawals during a downturn may be forced to sell investments at lower values, and those assets are no longer available to recover when the markets rebound. The timing of returns, not just the average return, can have a significant impact on how long a portfolio lasts. Taxes are another important piece to the puzzle. Many retirees have money spread across several types of accounts, whether it be a traditional IRA or a 401k, a Roth IRA, or taxable investment accounts, and even cash savings. While all those assets contribute to retirement, they're not all taxed the same. The order in which you take withdrawals can influence your taxable income and potentially affect how much you keep after taxes over the course of retirement. That's why distribution planning isn't just about deciding how much you withdraw. It's also about deciding where those withdrawals should come from and when. Another challenge many retirees don't anticipate is replacing the structure of a regular paycheck. For decades, money arrives every week, every month, bills get paid, and life follows a predictable rhythm. Then retirement begins, and suddenly you're responsible for creating your own paycheck. How much can you safely spend? How often should you withdraw money? And what happens if the markets decline? Without a plan, it's easy to make decisions reactively instead of strategically. A thoughtful distribution strategy helps create consistent retirement income while providing flexibility to adapt to markets, taxes, and life circumstance changes. A good withdrawal strategy usually has several goals at once. It isn't just about generating income. It may also help manage taxes, coordinate with Social Security, address required minimum distributions, support a surviving spouse, and preserve assets for future generations. That's why retirement planning is about much more than selecting investments. It's about creating a coordinated strategy that supports both your current lifestyle and your long-term retirement goals. As retirement approaches, many people ask, do I have enough? That's the right question, but it's only half the conversation. An equally important question is, do I have a plan for turning my savings into sustainable retirement income? Because retirement isn't simply about accumulating wealth. It's about using that wealth wisely over time. Two retirees with similar portfolios can have a very different retirement experience depending on how they manage withdrawals, taxes, income sources, and market risk. If you're approaching retirement or you're already retired, it may be worth taking a fresh look at your income strategy and not just your investments. At Semper Fortis Financial, we believe retirement planning isn't just about building wealth. It's about creating a strategy that helps your wealth support you throughout your retirement. If you'd like to discuss your retirement income plan and how a thoughtful distribution strategy can fit into your overall financial picture, we'd be happy to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.